Greetings. Thank you for joining me for the last installment of the
LATRock
podcast. I am joined today with one of my future alums. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Can you please state your name and where you're from, please?
I'm Preecha. I live in Covington right now.
Oh, fantastic. Covington, Georgia. So, what brings you to Georgia Piedmont Technical College?
I guess because there was an opportunity for me to go to school for something that actually interested me, that it wasn't offered many other places that were accessible to me, being in Georgia and all. But
Okay. What other schools have you gone to?
I went to Columbus State, ran through a bunch of programs there like a maniac. I just couldn't find anything that I liked, but yeah.
So, you're here in the recording arts program. What are your plans post-graduation?
Post-graduation, I guess I'm just going to try to make it work for myself, get into the industry somehow. Obviously, I would love to, have an income based off of my music and what I produce because I like to sing and, I don't know how to play an instrument. So the whole reason I came here was so I could figure out how to make music so I could sing too. And that's always the dream, but I'm also interested in other things like, graphic design, stuff like that. Though I plan on, I guess, just picking from a bunch of different things I want to do and go out and kind of making it work for myself too.
Okay. And, we were just talking offline a little while ago, and I guess the way I looked at it is I kind of like hovered around the industry for years. I used to be, a DJ, and then, I did party promotions, in my first couple of, tours of college. I've been a stagehand. I used to set up for NWA at the time / WCW. Used to come to my school and have house shows for wrestling. That was Ted Turner's wrestling, not Vince McMahon's. So I understand what you're saying about getting in where you fit in. What's your genre?
My genre? I haven't really figured that out yet, to be honest. I like the psychedelic rock type genre, but I also would like to, I guess, explore psychedelia. I guess it's new age psychedelia. I don't know. There's been a few different forms of it. I just found out about it, but it's artists like Tame Impala, stuff like that. It's kind of like a mesh between like indie and like EDM, maybe I would say. I don't know. It's just got a bunch of
indie what?
Indie as a genre.
Oh, indie as a genre, not indie rock, but
no,
indie as a genre. Okay.
Well, indie as a genre, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But you can have the indie rock as a genre too. Like there's just so many different genres now, and like I guess neo genres, like little side genres that you never. Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm dabbling with. But I have like a background of like singing like traditionally in a sense. Like I was a theater person. When I went out, whenever I would sing when I wasn't in theater, I wasn't performing, I would find that, hey, like, I actually think I'm pretty good, and I've got a few different styles that don't necessarily go with what I have now. Like somebody mentioned that I had a very soulful way about me when I sang. I just sang on this one song, but yeah, and so I think that there's different styles that I can explore that I want to. So I guess I'm still learning, but as of right now, kind of just like a psyche rocky, kind of just a vibey type.
I'm not so up on my genres right now, so.
No, they're crazy.
So my question is, what were, from the best of your recollection, what were your parents, some of their, like, say, like their top 4 or 5 artists that they liked?
Oh, okay. My dad really gave me, like, my edgy side. Crazy as it is, black man. We'd sit there and we'd be listening to Rob Zombie one day, and then we've got David Bowie the next. We'd listen to Prince, Beastie Boys, a little bit of everything. So I got most of my, like, 80s-ish culture from him, and also stuff from 50s, 60s, all throughout. Like, literally, I listened to anything and everything. Got old school rap from him, stuff like that. With my mom, you've got more poppy music. Like she put a radio station on. She listened to a lot of R&B, like Keisha Cole. She did like a little bit of Missy Elliott, though. I will say that. She love Missy Elliott. And then other than that, I would say R&B, and then country was her other thing. You know, so like Kenny Chesney, Brad Paisley. But I do enjoy what's his name, Darius Rucker. I like him. Stuff like that. So I've kind of just had a wide variety, I guess.
What was the artist that put you at the turning point where you said, you're moving from super fan to creator? Like for me, that was Run DMC.
Right.
I just like, you know, I didn't really like rap. I was a Michael Jackson fan. And then when I saw the Rock Box video.
I guess it would have to be, and it was more recent. I've always had a dream of it, even since I was a little girl, you know. That's something you dream about. If you figure out you can sing, you're like, oh, I want to do this for a living, let's be famous. I don't really care about all that now, but, you know, it would be cool just because I love to put out music. And I guess one of the biggest people that did it for me recently, though, so it has a recent effect, would be Fur. It's like they're a British band. They've got like a indie rock, soft rock. But I found that I liked the way that I was able to sing kind of similar to him. And I could sing that style, that genre really well. And it was a genre that I guess my personality resonated with, but I wasn't really told that me as a person should probably go out and make that genre of music, or people who have listened to my voice would say, oh, don't go out and do that, because I was very much so placed into a box when I was doing theater and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm going to kind of, I guess, change gears a little bit on the questions and have you put on your label hat here for a minute or two, because I ran into conversation like this yesterday with Jay Witt. You know, it felt, I know he felt that it was a little abrasive at the beginning, but we ended up smoothing it out. We're going to put all of the jobs and employment to the side for a minute and ask you, with your kind of puffy here, you're going to be the artist and the CEO. What is your promotion plan for you and your music? The skeleton, what's the, I guess, the game plan on how you're going to promote yourself and your music?
My music? Okay. So basically, and I've thought about this a lot recently, I personally, I don't really want to go after anything super major, anything super big, but I want to put out my own music, and I want to put it out under a band name. But it'll be me. But I want to keep that separate, just so if that takes off, and I would promote it probably by, you know, making it, I guess now is making it its own Instagram page.
Today, what I wanted to do was talk to you about why social media is not your magic bullet marketing strategy.
So if I could interrupt you for a second, it looks like you're going to kind of go the social media route, internet route on your promotion. Have you ever heard of Apache Cafe?
Have I ever heard of Apache Cafe? I don't know. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
Apache Cafe is one of maybe 3 places in Atlanta where most artists will, I guess, kind of test their material out. The Royal Peacock, Apache Cafe, and Backstage were like 3, especially in the urban space. I ask a lot of people now, especially like the millennials, and they think it's like it sounds like absurd to them to go out and perform instead of, and like everybody is like doing it in their bedroom and uploading it to the internet without, you know, they're kind of cutting out the grassroots format that had been used for like 100 years. I think that it's necessary because your money in this day and age is going to be made in performing, and I'm seeing that like there's such a lack of effort put into performance. So you'll see Sweetie, where she's popular online, she's got a McDonald's influencer deal, but every time she goes to perform live, it's a train wreck. There's no A&R, no artist development, no choreographer.
But then what if you, okay, so I agree exactly with what you're saying, and I would go in to add that. I do think it is very, 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 very important to have live shows and to be able to do them well, because think of where I come from, theater performance. I appreciate a damn good performance, but not everybody has the avenue to do that exactly when they want to